Step back into the late 70s and 80s with The Facts of Life, 1979 to 1988, the beloved sitcom that followed Mrs. Garrett and her girls through life's ups and downs with humor, warmth, and plenty of heart. For 9 seasons, fans grew up alongside Blair, Tootie, Natalie, and Joe, making the show a true TV classic. But after the final bell rang, where did the cast members' lives take them? In 2025, we revisit the stars of The Facts of Life to uncover their incredible journeys from continued careers in Hollywood to surprising new paths and quiet lives away from the spotlight. Get ready to see what happened to them after the cameras stopped rolling. Charlotte Rae was born on April 22, 1926, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and she was 53 years old when The Facts of Life premiered in 1979, stepping into the iconic role of Edna Garrett, the sagacious, warm-hearted, and occasionally stern housemother who became the moral and emotional anchor of Eastland School. Edna was the quintessential nurturer, yet unafraid to confront difficult topics, guiding teenage girls through everything from identity struggles to societal pressures, making her a beloved figure to audiences. Rae's own childhood was riddled with challenges. Growing up in a working-class family, she endured the death of her father at a young age, and a strict, often emotionally distant mother experiences that instilled in her a blend of resilience and guarded vulnerability. Professionally, Rae achieved long-term success, but not without turbulence. She openly battled alcoholism in her early career and navigated a Hollywood rife with sexism and limited opportunities for older women, all while dealing with the public revelation that her husband had come out as bisexual, a scandal that tested her marriage and privacy. She faced pressures to maintain her image as the wholesome maternal figure while secretly grappling with personal pain, and she often felt typecast, struggling to break free from the housemother persona. In her personal life, Rae endured complicated family dynamics, balancing her roles as a mother and stepmother while managing a demanding career. She also confronted health challenges in her later years, including cancer. Charlotte Rae passed away on August 5, 2018, at age 92, from bone cancer, leaving an estate valued at around $4 million, alongside a legacy of pioneering female-led sitcoms and a candid memoir, The Facts of My Life, which revealed intimate truths about Hollywood's pressures and her own resilience in the face of adversity. John Lawler was born on June 5, 1941, in Troy, New York, and he was 38, when he played Headmaster Stephen Bradley during the inaugural season of The Facts of Life, portraying a figure of authority whose blend of compassion and strictness set the tone for the early dynamic at Eastland School. Bradley's character, though short-lived, was emblematic of a mentor trying to balance discipline with understanding, creating conflict and growth for the young characters, and providing audiences with a more grounded counterpoint to Mrs. Garrett's nurturing presence. Lawler's own upbringing was fraught with adversity. He grew up in a modest household often subject to ridicule and overshadowed by older siblings, cultivating a deep sense of perseverance and a protective instinct over his personal emotions. In Hollywood, Lawler navigated a career that included notable commercial work and recurring television roles, but he was outspoken to a fault, publicly criticizing industry practices and clashing with producers over the unrealistic portrayal of education, earning a reputation as a cantankerous yet principled actor. His most significant career disappointment came when his character was written out after just one season, a move he openly contested, leaving him to recalibrate his professional trajectory while managing the disappointment of fleeting fame. Personal challenges included complex family relationships, managing 6 children, and balancing the unpredictability of acting work with stability, all compounded by health struggles later in life. John Lawler passed away on February 13, 2025, at age 83 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, leaving an estate valued at approximately $1 million, a modest sum that belied the impact of his work and the integrity with which he navigated the Hollywood landscape. Cloris Leachman was born on April 30, 1926, in Des Moines, Iowa, and at 60 years old, she joined The Facts of Life in 1986 as Beverly Ann Stickle, a quirky, unpredictable, and fiercely independent character whose eccentricity reinvigorated the show's final seasons. Beverly Ann's sharp humor, fearless approach, and occasional bluntness contrasted with Mrs. Garrett's maternal warmth, creating a dynamic that brought both tension and laughter to the screen. Leachman's childhood was marked by economic hardship during the Depression and a strict household that demanded high achievement, shaping her intense drive and her often combative, sarcastic wit. Professionally, she was celebrated, yet notorious for being a forceful presence on set, clashing with producers over creative decisions and refusing to be pigeonholed by Hollywood's expectations, occasionally alienating co-stars while earning respect for her uncompromising talent. Her career had moments of public controversy, including legal disputes over contracts and industry feuds. But she countered this with her record-breaking Emmy wins and an Oscar cementing her status as a television legend. In her personal life, Leachman faced tumultuous relationships, multiple marriages, and the pressures of maintaining a public image while contending with private struggles, including bouts of illness and the constant balancing of work and family. She died on January 27, 2021, at age 94, from a stroke with COVID-19 complications, leaving behind a net worth estimated at $10 million, an enduring testament to her fearless artistry, resilience, and indelible imprint on American comedy. Roger Perry, born May 7, 1933 in Davenport, Iowa, was 48 when he stepped into the role of Headmaster Charles Parker in The Facts of Life in 1981, portraying the dignified, calm, and often morally grounded principal who served as the stabilizing adult presence amid the turmoil of adolescent antics. Charles Parker embodied authority, tempered with empathy, offering both discipline and understanding, which allowed viewers to anchor their emotional investment in the school environment and gave a touch of realism to the show's social dynamics. Perry's own life was shaped by discipline and duty, serving as a U.S. Air Force intelligence officer during the Cold War, instilled a meticulous, controlled persona that translated seamlessly to the screen. Professionally, Perry faced the challenge of typecasting, balancing between the demands of television guest spots and steady character work, while maintaining his clean-cut image in an industry often rife with personal scandal and public intrigue. Off-camera, his life was relatively stable yet colorful, including marriages to comedian Joanne Worley and later actress Joyce Bulifant, both relationships marked by public curiosity and occasional tension. He navigated Hollywood's social pressures with discretion, avoiding controversies that could have undermined his reputation. But the challenge of maintaining relevance amid rapidly changing television trends was constant, as his steady, understated presence sometimes left him overshadowed by flashier co-stars. Perry died on July 12, 2018 at age 85 from prostate cancer, leaving an estate estimated at $1.3 billion, a reflection of decades of steady, respectable work, and a career characterized by reliability, professionalism, and the rare ability to convey gravitas without ever courting scandal. His legacy is that of a consummate character actor whose quiet authority enriched every role, making him a memorable, if understated, figure in television history. Marge Doucet, born February 20, 1936 in Hays, Kansas, was 43 when she first appeared on The Facts of Life in 1981, as Monica Warner Blair's glamorous, sophisticated, and emotionally distant mother, whose icy elegance often collided with the warm, chaotic world of Eastland students. Monica Warner epitomized privilege, ambition, and control, creating dramatic tension and a model of societal pressure that resonated with audiences observing mother-daughter conflict and generational differences. Dusai's real-life persona mirrored her on-screen character, sharp, commanding, and fiercely intelligent, with a reputation for demanding respect in professional and personal settings. Her childhood in Kansas was unremarkable, but disciplined, fostering a strong work ethic and a drive to succeed in Hollywood despite the limitations placed on women during the mid-20th century. Career-wise, Dusai built an impressive resume from soap operas to guest roles on major television series. Yet she encountered setbacks, including being typecast as aloof, cold, or aristocratic women, which required constant reinvention and negotiation to maintain prominence. Her personal life was shadowed by tragedy and complexity. She was married twice, and in 1993 she lost her son to AIDS, a deeply private sorrow she rarely discussed publicly, adding a layer of unspoken grief to her otherwise polished public image. Dusai's resilience allowed her to continue working at a high level, commanding respect in the soap opera community and earning a reputation for dedication and precision. She died of natural causes on January 28, 2020. At age 83, leaving an estimated net worth of $3 million accumulated through decades of television work-savvy investments and guest appearances, and cementing her legacy as a strong, multifaceted female performer whose life blended glamour, tragedy, and enduring artistic commitment. Nicholas Coster, born December 3, 1933, took on the role of David Warner in The Facts of Life in 1982 at the age of 46, portraying Blair Warner's charismatic but emotionally distant father, whose wealth and sophistication masked a detachment that shaped Blair's insecurities and desires for validation. Coster's David was suave, eloquent, and charming, yet often absent, leaving audiences to feel both admiration and frustration toward him, a character whose off-screen elegance mirrored Coster's own disciplined presence. Born in London to modest means, Coster faced early financial uncertainty and emotional neglect, cultivating resilience and a quiet determination. Trained at RADA, he ventured into acting while also working as a scuba instructor for disabled veterans, revealing a man willing to take personal risks for others' benefit. His career had its own turbulence. Long stretches of soap operas and stage work brought acclaim, but also moments of obscurity, and he occasionally clashed with producers over creative direction, demonstrating a stubborn streak that earned both respect and attention on set. He avoided scandal, but was fiercely independent, reportedly challenging executives on contractual matters and insisting on authentic portrayals, which sometimes strained professional relationships. Personal life offered both love and frustration. Juggling marriage, fatherhood, and a demanding career left him emotionally stretched, and the deaths of close friends and colleagues brought periods of private mourning. Coster passed away on June 26, 2023, at age 89, from complications of myelodysplastic syndromes, leaving behind a life marked by artistic integrity and humanitarian commitment. His net worth was estimated at $5 million accumulated through decades of work on Broadway television and film, reflecting a career built on versatility, discipline, and principled choices, a legacy appreciated by peers and fans alike. Lisa Whelchel, born May 29, 1963, was just 16 when she began portraying Blair Warner, aka Pinky, in The Facts of Life in 1979, embodying the archetype of the spoiled yet endearing socialite, whose vanity masked loyalty and unexpected depth. Blair's preppy fashion sense, snobbish wit, and occasional vulnerability made her a fan favorite, while Whelchel's own intelligence and poise added layers to a character that could have easily become one-dimensional. Raised in Littlefield, Texas, in a modest household, Whelchel faced early pressures to perform and conform, often shielding her emotions from peers and learning to navigate social hierarchies at a young age. Her career trajectory was marked by both promise and tension. She successfully negotiated creative influence, at times resisting storylines conflicting with her devout Christian beliefs, including rejecting plots about premarital sex, which garnered media attention and occasional backstage friction with producers and co-stars. Whelchel later reinvented herself as a Christian singer, best-selling author, and reality TV competitor on Survivor Philippines, where she tied for second and earned $100,000 as fan favorite, demonstrating adaptability and resilience. Personal life challenges included navigating fame during adolescence, rumored tensions over potential solo projects, and the scrutiny of public moral judgments. Yet, she maintained an image of ethical steadfastness. Today, Whelchel is 61, balancing family creative pursuits and ministry work. Her net worth is estimated at $3 million, derived from acting, music writing, and television appearances, reflecting a life carefully managed to balance financial security, personal integrity, and public visibility, ultimately leaving a legacy of reinvention and principled artistry in an industry often defined by compromise and scandal. Alex Rocco, born February 29, 1936 in Cambridge, Massachusetts, was 45 when he assumed the role of Charlie Polniacek in The Facts of Life in 1981, portraying Joe's tough yet deeply caring father, whose street-smart blue-collar sensibilities often clashed with the refined Eastland environment. Charlie was both a disciplinarian and a source of unconditional support, adding layers of authenticity and tension to Joe's character arc. Off-screen, Rocco's life was far more turbulent and cinematic than his television persona, having been entwined with Boston's notorious Winter Hill Gang, in his early years arrested for suspected murder during the violent Irish mob wars of the 1960s, and spending time in prison for a diner assault. These experiences shaped a man who could effortlessly channel menace, charm, and streetwise humor, all of which informed his acting style and gave depth to seemingly straightforward roles. Transitioning to Hollywood was no small feat. Rocco studied under Leonard Nimoy, worked tirelessly to reinvent himself, and faced the challenges of being typecast as tough guy characters, navigating the industry's skepticism toward actors with criminal pasts. His personal life was marked by resilience and adaptability, though he remained private about early relationships and the lingering shadows of his past, choosing instead to focus on career redemption and family bonds. His transformation from gang affiliate to respected actor is a rare Hollywood metamorphosis highlighted by high-profile voice work, including earning $1 million for just 8 lines in A Bug's Life, a testament to his enduring talent and marketability. Rocco passed away from pancreatic cancer on July 18, 2015, at age 79, leaving an estimated net worth of $2 million, a combination of his television, film, and voiceover earnings, and an enigmatic legacy of reinvention, toughness, and charm that continues to intrigue Hollywood historians. Kim Fields, born May 12, 1969 in New York City, stepped into the role of Dorothy Tootie Ramsey in The Facts of Life in 1979 at just 10 years old, instantly becoming the mischievous roller skating heart of Eastland School. Tootie's insatiable curiosity and infectious charm made her the ultimate scene stealer, embodying both innocence and a precocious sense of humor that resonated with audiences across generations. Fields' childhood, however, was far from sheltered glamour. She grew up in the relentless glare of the spotlight, balancing professional pressures with the usual challenges of a young girl navigating adolescence in a competitive industry, often having to mask insecurities and feelings of isolation behind her bubbly on-screen persona. Her career trajectory was equally complex. While she successfully transitioned from child star to adult actress and director, she faced the hidden struggles of typecasting skepticism from peers who doubted a child star could evolve, and the persistent challenge of establishing credibility in an industry that often discards its youngest talents. Fields briefly courted controversy when she joined The Real Housewives of Atlanta, as rumors circulated about her husband's sexuality, which she publicly denied, demonstrating how her private life was susceptible to public scrutiny, despite her professional accomplishments. Beyond these challenges, Fields endured the silent pressures of being a young black actress in Hollywood during the 1980s, navigating an industry still rife with racial barriers and limited roles for women of color. She has channeled her experiences into a multifaceted career, starring in Living Single, directing episodes of Kenan and Kel and House of Pain, and producing various projects, solidifying her reputation as both a performer and behind-the-scenes creative force. As of 2025, at age 56, Fields maintains a net worth estimated at $8 million, accumulated through decades of acting, directing, and producing. Reflecting a career that has weathered scrutiny, controversy, and the volatile nature of fame, while remaining resilient, adaptable, and inspiring to a new generation of performers. Mindy Cohn, born May 20, 1966 in Los Angeles, began portraying Natalie Frenchie Green in The Facts of Life in 1979, at age 13, embodying a clever, outspoken, and self-confident teen whose humor and authenticity challenged conventional sitcom archetypes of the 1980s. Frenchie's quick wit and relatable insecurities made her a beloved character, often acting as the moral compass and voice of reason among the girls while maintaining a playful, teasing demeanor that revealed emotional depth. Cohn's own early life mirrored aspects of her character. Growing up in Los Angeles with the pressures of early fame, she experienced the tension of trying to balance professional ambitions with personal development, often concealing her anxieties and navigating a fiercely competitive entertainment environment. Her career expanded into voice acting, most notably as Velma in Scooby-Doo from 2002 to 2015, a role that cemented her as an icon of animated television. Yet, she faced ongoing challenges, including being excluded from syndication royalties for The Facts of Life, an issue that highlighted systemic inequities in Hollywood contracts and left her and other cast members feeling betrayed. Cohn's personal life has been marked by resilience in the face of serious health struggles, including her survival of breast cancer, and she has become an outspoken advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, leveraging her platform to speak candidly about social issues, sometimes attracting controversy from conservative audiences. Throughout her life, she has maintained a reputation for professionalism, intelligence, and advocacy, navigating fame's pitfalls with discretion and grace. As of 2025, Cohn is 59, with an estimated net worth of $3 to $5 million, reflecting her work in television, voice acting, and advocacy, and she continues to inspire through her perseverance, humor, and commitment to causes beyond the entertainment industry. Mackenzie Astin, born May 12, 1973 in Los Angeles, was 12 when he took on the role of Andy Moffat in The Facts of Life. In 1985, portraying a spirited, mischievous foster kid whose youthful energy revitalized the later seasons of the show. Andy's charm, intelligence, and occasional rebellious streak made him both a catalyst for humor and a lens into the struggles of foster youth, earning him the audience's empathy and admiration. Astin's own childhood, shadowed by the turbulence of his mother, Patty Duke's highly publicized personal struggles, including mental health crises, substance issues, and legal battles, forced him into a position of early maturity, often masking his own vulnerabilities while navigating Hollywood pressures. Professionally, he benefited from his family's legacy, but faced the persistent challenge of emerging from the shadow of both Patty Duke and his half-brother Sean Astin, dealing with typecasting and the scrutiny of early fame. While he has maintained a reputation for professionalism and avoided major scandal, the emotional weight of growing up amidst public scrutiny and his mother's notorious volatility shaped both his personal and professional decisions. Astin's personal life has been comparatively stable. He is married, though he has acknowledged the ongoing challenges of balancing family life with the demands of acting. Financially, at 52, he has built a solid career across film and television, including roles in Iron Will Scandal and The Magicians, culminating in a net worth estimated at $5 million, reflecting a career that successfully balances the inheritance of Hollywood fame with his own carefully cultivated identity, a testament to resilience and the ability to navigate a complex family legacy without succumbing to the pitfalls that ensnared so many around him. Nancy McKeon, born April 4, 1966, in Westbury, New York, joined The Facts of Life in 1980 at age 14 as Jo Polniacek, the fiercely independent motorcycle-riding Bronx girl whose toughness masked a deeply loyal and empathetic heart. Jo's brash humor, street-smart intelligence, and unflinching honesty made her the counterpoint to the more privileged Blair, creating dramatic tension and character arcs that drew viewers into the complexities of adolescent identity and social class. McKeon's own childhood contained undercurrents of challenge. Growing up in New York, she faced the pressures of early acting ambition, the scrutiny of family and industry insiders, and the social isolation that often accompanies teenage fame, all of which required resilience and emotional concealment, similar to that of her character. Professionally, she navigated both triumphs and setbacks, dating high-profile actors such as Michael J. Fox added public attention, while her refusal to participate in certain reunions sparked rumors of discord behind the scenes, illustrating the delicate balance between maintaining privacy and sustaining public relevance. Her career continued with leading roles in The Division and appearances on Dancing with the Stars. Yet she experienced the subtle frustrations of being typecast a reality for many actors whose breakout roles define audience perceptions. Personal life challenges included her long-term marriage to Mark Andrus and raising 2 children while managing the demands of a public career, maintaining a balance between professional obligations and family stability. McKeon has been remarkably scandal-free, navigating fame with discretion and quiet determination. As of 2025, at age 59, she resides in Texas with her family and has an estimated net worth of $6 million accumulated through decades of acting and strategic career choices, leaving a legacy as an actress whose strength, authenticity, and commitment to craft mirror the indomitable spirit of the character that made her a household name. Felice Schachter, born November 17, 1963 in Queens, New York, was 16 when she joined The Facts of Life in 1979 as Nancy Olson, the intelligent, sweet, and studious girl next door, whose presence brought grounding and relatability to the early ensemble. Nancy's personality offered viewers a portrait of empathy and rationality amidst the hijinks of Eastland Academy, and Schachter's performance resonated as a quietly stabilizing influence. Schachter's upbringing, though less publicly tumultuous than some of her co-stars, was marked by the subtle pressures of academic and creative achievement in a family that valued intellect and self-sufficiency, compelling her to carefully navigate peer relationships and suppress insecurities in pursuit of excellence. Professionally, she made the bold decision to leave the series early, to pursue higher education at Brown University, a move rumored to stem from creative clashes and the desire for autonomy, which reflected both ambition and an unwillingness to compromise personal growth for the stability of fame. Behind the scenes, Schachter developed a keen eye for production, eventually working on high-profile shows like Law & Order SVU, demonstrating a rare versatility that allowed her to pivot seamlessly from acting to producing. Though she has avoided scandal, she has candidly acknowledged the emotional cost of early fame and the subtle rivalries and pressures endemic to ensemble television. Now 61, she balances her career with motherhood, her net worth estimated at $6 million, signaling the success of a path defined by intelligent, strategic choices and the ability to transform early public recognition into lasting influence within the industry. Julie Piekarski, born January 2, 1963 in St. Louis, Missouri, was 16 when she assumed the role of Sue Ann Weaver in The Facts of Life in 1979, portraying the bubbly, flirtatious, and endearingly naive Midwestern girl whose exuberance and comedic timing energized the show's early seasons. Sue Ann's innocence and charm contrasted with the more serious storylines, creating a relatable and often hilarious character for audiences, though her on-screen presence masked the challenges Piekarski faced off-screen. Raised in St. Louis, Piekarski experienced a childhood shaped by modest means, the pressures of early entry into show business as a mouseketeer, and the struggle to reconcile public adoration with private adolescence, often facing ridicule, and the demand to conceal insecurities for the sake of her image. Professionally, she encountered a significant setback when the show was retooled, and she was let go, a decision that reportedly left her emotionally scarred and deeply disillusioned with Hollywood's fickle nature. Her career thereafter transitioned to local television reporting and family life, a pivot that required navigating the psychological fallout of early rejection while establishing stability outside the entertainment spotlight. Personal life has been marked by dedication to her 3 children, with the lingering impact of early fame influencing her approach to parenting and privacy. Piekarski has maintained a reputation free of scandal, but has been candid about the lasting effects of early industry pressures and the difficulty of reinventing oneself after being discarded by a major series. Now 62, her net worth is estimated at around $1 million, reflecting both the limited financial reward of her brief acting career and the measured success of her post-Hollywood reinvention, a narrative defined by resilience, personal reinvention, and the quiet reclamation of agency after public disappointment. Hugh Gillen, born July 14, 1925, entered The Facts of Life in 1980 at age 54 as Howard. A recurring character whose gruff yet endearing persona added a grounding touch of small-town realism to the show's otherwise affluent setting. Howard's dry humor and occasional exasperation resonated with audiences, providing a subtle counterbalance to the teenage melodrama that dominated much of the series. Gillen's childhood in Galesburg, Illinois, was marked by financial limitations, family instability, and the shadow of wartime anxieties, instilling in him discipline, humility, and a sense of moral responsibility. A decorated World War II veteran, he earned a Purple Heart but struggled to translate the discipline of military life into a stable acting career, only entering the industry later in life, and often taking character roles in films such as Psycho 2 and Back to the Future Part 3. Professionally, Gillen experienced moments of frustration with Hollywood's typecasting tendencies and the industry's unwillingness to grant veteran character actors recognition commensurate with their experience, though he avoided public scandals and was highly respected for his reliability and work ethic. Personal life brought its own challenges. Gillen battled alcoholism early on, achieving sobriety through Alcoholics Anonymous, and the demands of acting often clashed with familial expectations, leaving emotional scars that he quietly bore. He died on May 4, 2004 in San Diego at age 78, leaving a modest estate estimated at $1 million, reflecting steady work rather than celebrity glamour. His legacy is that of a principled actor who navigated personal demons, wartime trauma, and the vicissitudes of Hollywood with integrity, leaving a life story both inspiring and quietly heroic. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic journey through classic television history. If you enjoyed learning about the cast of Facts of Life and where they are now, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more vintage Hollywood retrospectives, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing your memories and suggestions, so let us know which TV show or movie cast you'd like us to feature next.